Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builders Supply, and this video is to bring you a closer look at the Donjo number 1520. This is a door holder. It's an automatic style door holder. Features a floor strike. Here, let's go over this now. So this is a very common piece of hardware that you're going to see installed in primarily commercial applications and always on non-fire rated doors. This would not be appropriate for use on a fire rated door at all. You can also use this in residential applications and is not really out of place in certain instances in the residential or home application. Bedroom doors, this would certainly be overkill on, but you might have a garage door and you need to get that positively held open while the groceries are coming in and out, that sort of situation. This would be very well suited for that. Because it's quite heavy duty, it's very positive locking, it's durable, it's reliable, it will last years if not decades. The only downside using this in a residential application is you will hear the roller sliding over the floor strike. You'll hear it obviously in any application, but you're going to hear that. So just keep that in mind, that sometimes in a residential application that is not the most ideal of side effect. This is a roller that is connected to a lever arm that is governed by a spring. And as I compress the wheel, that spring compresses a little bit. This is a door holder, but a doorstop as well. It features this riveted piece of closed cell neoprene that's in here. That would make for a positive sort of stop. Now this unit is going to be used best in installations where you have an undercut of 1/2 of an inch or less. And what that means is this. When this is installed, if you were to flush this to the bottom of the door, the dimension on the strike is such that you can see that you don't have very much margin from the underside of this to the bottom of the floor strike. Now you can certainly account for perhaps a greater undercut, but you're going to need to tug this down, let it drop below the bottom of the door, which could be a problem, so just keep that in mind. This is best used on undercuts that are 1/2 of an inch or less, that sort of installation, which can quite frankly pose a little bit of a problem because the typical undercut on a hollow metal door is 3/4 inch. So keep in mind this might need to drop down a little bit in those instances. This is all brass. Well, not all of it, but the primary exposed finished components are brass, which would be very typical and common that not all the parts are going to be brass. You certainly wouldn't want that wheel to be made of brass, nor the spring, but you can, evidenced on the back side, there's the hues of the brass that's there. So all of this exposed is going to be two things. It's going to be solid brass, and it's going to be satin chrome. Okay, and the strike as well. That's, if you've seen enough brass or finished pieces of hardware in brass, you can immediately tell just by the texture and the hue, the finish, the way that this looks almost spangled on the bottom, that it's solid brass material. And this is, of course, a satin chrome finish. Let's go over the dimensions of this product. So the overall width, they've got it at 3 inch by 3 inch. The body's a little bit heavy on 3 inch. Now the height of this is going to be greater than 3 inch overall, so you're about 3 3/8. But when you get down, you'll see that that 3 inch is a reference from the top of the housing to the bottom of the roller. So let's move to the floor strike. The overall height of the strike, and it's shown down below this video, 1 3/16. That's the height. The overall width, about 4 1/8. The overall depth, well, the length, 4 1/8. And the width of the strike, about 2 1/16. What's nice about this item from Donjo is the fact that for the door portion, it's good. They're giving you both wood screws, well, sheet metal screws, and machine bolts. So whether it's a wood door or a metal door, you're good. you will want to absolutely position this as accurately as you can on the door to begin with, and just put 2 screws in. Now what I like to do is I like to position the screws. These are slotted so that you can vertically adjust it, no problem. The downside of that for me is that you're constantly going to be having upward pressure on this. I like to position the second set of screws in the very bottom of here or here, so that once I've got my 2 screws and I adjust my final position, I will mark and then remove and drill my final 2 holes so as to retard the intention of this to be moving forward over time. There's a lot of pressure on that spring, and I just don't want it moving at all on the body, on the door. Now for the floor, what's nice about this is you're going to get wood screws, should that be the appropriate way to go. You might have to provide plastic anchors, but they give you these lead expansion shields. Okay, or not, they're not shield, they're just lead anchors, forgive me. And if you and you would use the machine screws with those. And if you have any experience with lead anchors, you know how, you practically need a stick of dynamite to get it out of the floor or whatever you're installing it to. There is a link below this video to a document called Template, and it really gives you all of the dimensional properties that I've already gone over, and probably should not have gone over all of those because that document is there. There is a cross-section below this video that I mentioned to earlier showing the relationship of the floor strike to the door. There is finally a link below this video to the manufacturer's page, and from there you can pull up Donjo's full-line catalog and review their comprehensive offering of trim and auxiliary hardware, but more importantly their subsections, because that catalog is quite substantial in both download and size and daunting to search. The fact of the matter is this: Donjo, if you've heard of them, you probably know them for their latch protectors or their door reinforcing plates. But as you can see, they have a tremendous offering of trim and auxiliary hardware, and I would recommend, if you have more than an occasional need for any of the items that they sell, not only latch protectors, door reinforcing plates, but trim and auxiliary hardware, door stops, kick plates, push and pull hardware. They get into signage, they get into filler plates for both metal doors and metal frames. They're going to get into, they have a very nice offering of full-size ladder poles that you'll see on doors, a variety of bolts. They've even gotten into pivots and spring hinges lately. Nice quality material, good quality people over at Donjo, and we enjoy working with them. If you have any questions on the Donjo number 1520 satin chrome automatic door holder or any other Donjo product, please feel free to reach out to us. Thank you.